Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, September the 23rd, and the Arkansas Razorbacks are 2-2 after a loss to the Memphis Tigers, 32-31, in what for the second week in a row is the most Arkansas Razorback on-brand, unimaginable loss possible, as Sam Pittman falls to 7-19 in one-score games. On today's show, we're going to break down the game, talk about one of the worst weeks, arguably, in Arkansas football history, talk about what this means for the football program as a whole moving forward, give our hot seats, our shout-outs, go around the SEC and the country, and give our position report card. Andrew, I don't even know where to start. I have no words. I have no positive takeaways. I don't know how to sugarcoat this and tell everybody everything's going to be all right. It wasn't like we lost to a top 15 SEC team on the road at night like last week where we could kind of try to beat around the bush and sugarcoat it. I have no words of encouragement. Talk me through
it. There's not a lot. There's not a lot to say. Every time you think that, man, we'll get this one for sure, we'll bounce back after blowing a huge game with a chance to go 3-0. We'll come back. We'll get our heads back on right. You know, we lost 22 fumbles last year. We lost last week on a fumble. We won't do that again. Not against Memphis, group of 5 American Conference school in a stadium that was probably 50% Arkansas, and a stadium that you've won your last 2 or 3 bowl games in. You're not going to do it again. Surely, after all the pressure that's on you, after all the talk of last week that we're not ready to win championships in football, after everyone in the world saying you can't lose this one in year 6, 21-10 lead.
28.
Outscored. Yeah, that's what I meant. 28-10 lead. And get outscored 15-3 in the second half. So defense was supposed to be, let's make it simpler for them. Since we don't have the athletes, let's just make it simple. Let's do simple calls. Let's not stack the calls. Let's make it simple for them.
Made it simple into 500 yards of offense for a group of 5 team.
That's correct.
Man, and like you said, of all games, all right, first of all, let's just clear the air here. This was not a look-ahead spot because you lost to Ole Miss last week. If you would have beat Ole Miss with Notre Dame on deck, this could be a sleepy spot, or you don't go into it maybe completely focused. When you lose to Ole Miss, you have to win this game.
Yeah,
and it's the coaches have to relay that. The players have to know that. This was not a overlooked opponent type of game because you got beat last week. You're now 2-2 in the easiest part of your schedule. The easiest part.
Yep.
And as a player, how, after you hear the athletic director at the University of Arkansas pretty much tell you that you're not very good at football and that you can't compete for championships. He pretty much told you to your face, guys, you suck. Let's just call it like it is. The fact that you're not the most motivated you've ever been to go in this game, we shouldn't have only won this game. We should have won this game by 17 points or more. And as you're walking off the field, as you walk past Hunter Yurichek, you flip him the damn bird and say, we're good enough to compete and win at a high level.
Yeah.
But that's what a competitor would do. That's what someone who has some pride would do and who wants to be great and plays for the name on the front of their jersey as well as the name on the back of their jersey would do. But that's not who Arkansas is right now. and we can talk about why that is or where that comes from. But I can tell you right now, as a coach, if I was Sam Pittman or as a player, it would have been hard pressed for me not to come out and play the best, most motivated game of my life just so I could look at Hunter Yurachek, who stands there on that sideline with his arms crossed like he's a big dog. And as I walk off the field, I would have mouthed something to him, but maybe they just don't build them like they did to the ones who were born in 1987.
That's true. That's true. Not everybody grew up in the Reagan administration, you know. Yeah. No, it's again, I don't have the words, honestly. I mean, it's every conversation that I've had, you know, I think for anybody that was holding out hope for this year, which after the first two games, you know, we come out again, lesser opponents, but you came out and you're like, man, Taylor's looking better. Offense is looking good, even against, you know, Ole Miss. The first half, you know, you're moving the ball, you're scoring. You're like, okay, okay. You start to believe a little bit, and then it's like, come on.
Well, ASU did lose to Kennesaw State Saturday, so maybe that win's not even half as good as what we thought.
Yeah, yeah. I had some friends over Saturday to watch the game, and I jokingly said like, hey, we're about to turn the ball, we're about to blow it. You just say it, you know, that in case it happens, you know, you said your piece, but
You
you're
look like
like,
the smartest man in the room.
right, or just you expect what everyone else expects. But you're like, in the back of your head, you're like, it's Memphis. We're the better team. We have the better dudes. Like, just go down there, run it down their throat, get in the end zone, get out of here with a struggle win, and let's go get ready for Notre Dame. Surely they're not going to fumble. Again, last year, 22 lost fumbles. I can't remember if that was worst in the nation. I know it was bottom 10 for sure. Don't you think
It's
you're
just such a.
stressing
It's
that?
just.
How do you think
But
that's
why
stressing?
is that not our only? Have we? Is that our only two fumbles of the year? We haven't fumbled in their time, right?
Our only two lost
Yeah,
fumbles.
yeah. They come in the most crucial situations, and that's where it comes back to like, yeah, obviously you can't fumble there, and I would assume the coaches are emphasizing that in that last timeout. You know, as we're running down the clock, the 2-minute timeout, whatever it is, I would assume they're emphasizing that. But and it may have not had a play in the scheme of things, but you come out of a dead ball, what is a timeout or the 2-minute timeout, with 12 men on the field. In
Yep.
the last, I mean, in the last 2 or 3 minutes of a game,
Yes.
how do you come out of a huddle with 12 men on the field off of a dead ball timeout?
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is that? Is that the
Yeah.
player's fault? No. I
No.
mean, a player may run out and try to do that, but you should have eyes on the field. You should have eyes in the sky. You should have
Mm-hmm.
your players just trained, you know, to be obviously locked in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
focused, attention
Mm-hmm.
to detail. I mean, it's insane. I don't know how it was out of a commercial, so I don't know how long they stood out there with 12 players
Right.
before
It was
they
out
broke
of
the
the
huddle.
2-minute warning, right?
Yeah, before they broke the huddle with 12.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think we went on and got a first down after that. So it may have not mattered to anything, but that's the type of stuff why this keeps happening.
It's just what you've seen over and over, and it's just been the story of this coaching tenure. It's just penalties that kill you. It's turnovers in a crucial spot. It's just like you're almost like, are we cursed in some kind of way? I don't know, but it's just the things that keep happening. You get them on you have the most beautiful punt I've ever seen with your heels on the
Yes.
goal line, illegal formation. Like again, it's another special teams
I mean,
goof. Like
Devin Bell's our best player.
yeah,
I mean, our punter is our best player, and that's nothing
yeah,
against Devin Bell. I mean, he's a dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he's going to punt in the NFL.
yeah,
But your punter can't be your best player. Because that one, I mean, he had a bunch of good punts.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he was knocking inside the 20 like it was nothing. putting
Mhm.
that spin on it, that backspin. I mean, yeah, the
Yeah.
punter's our best player. Arkansas, your best player's a punter. Like, all you people that are donating $30,000, $40,000, spending $1,000 a weekend to come watch the Hogs in Fayetteville. No, I'll take that back. We've played one game in Fayetteville and the season's already over. How's that
Yep.
feel? We played one home game and all hope is already lost for the season after
Mhm.
one home game. Once again, why are we playing at Memphis? I said that 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Why are we playing at Memphis to even begin with?
Yep.
And let me be very clear. Memphis is not good. That
Yeah.
is not a good. I was not impressed with that football team.
Yeah.
They're if they make the college football playoff as the best Power Five, or a Group of Five, which I don't think they will, I'll be shocked because
Mhm.
that quarterback, he's trash.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
dude
we
missed
were.
6 or 7 wide open throws.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, the game could have been a lot closer earlier on if that dude just made some throws. Defense was beat. It was
Yeah,
defense was saved by several bad throws. Yeah, like you said, at least 5 or 6 throws that were just missed. So, and not to mention
yeah,
when you have a chance at the end of the game to get the ball back with about a minute left, and let's just let a
yeah.
second string quarterback run
I
up the middle
was,
for 8 yards.
I was, I was kind of saving that, but if we want to go down that route, like you could go look on that play.
Mhm.
Obviously, 3rd and 8, backup quarterback. What does everybody in the world knows about to happen?
He's not throwing.
They're about to run. They ain't throwing the ball. They don't want,
Nope.
especially with the backup.
Yep.
Maybe if you have Lane Kiffin on the sideline, and he wants to get the first down and ice the game, whatever. Not Memphis with the backup quarterback in. Everybody knows that's happening, and he runs it straight up the gut, and everybody knows this. But
Yeah.
if you watch our two defensive backs, they jog into the pile like the play's over instead of running in there like a kamikaze to try to give some push. They
Hmm.
sit there and just watch.
Yep.
And that's what goes back to like the effort thing and the
Hmm.
pride thing. Like
Yeah.
the amount of loafing and not sprinting to the ball on
Hmm.
that defense, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Which is crazy because T Will is such an energetic guy,
Yeah.
and his vibes are great and his passion is off the chain. And I feel like dudes want to play for him,
Hmm.
and obviously not for whatever reason. Obviously
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
just the amount of loafing, not sprinting to the ball, and I hate to do it, but there was 2 or 3 times I saw another sports media person on Twitter that was clipping clips. Cam Ball is the worst at it. He's supposed to be
Hmm.
our captain, our leader.
Hmm.
There's 2 or 3 clips he clipped of him just jogging, where he could have ran and made a play on a running back, caught him from this, have an angle on him.
Hmm.
He's just loafing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all of them. It's
Yeah.
literally all of them.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think this is a lost season. Not because we've had 2 heartbreaking, just kill you losses at the end of the
Hmm.
game. It's because I don't see any pride out there. I don't see
Right.
any joy. They're
Hmm.
not playing for each other. They're not playing for if you can't play hard for yourself, how are you going to play hard for your teammates, your coaches, your fan base, your state, any of that? Because
Hmm.
they're playing for everybody. When you play at the University of Arkansas, you play for the whole state,
Right.
and this is a lot of people will take this the wrong way, but fans deserve better.
Oh,
Fans
thousand
deserve
percent.
better. It's not
Thousand
all
percent.
necessarily about the fans all the time, but fans deserve better. People who invest their Saturdays and schedule everything
Hmm.
around the Arkansas Razorback game, they deserve better.
Yeah.
They deserve a product that they're proud of, not winning every game, not going 10-0, but they deserve a product who represents them.
Hmm.
As Sam Pittman said, it's a proud damn state. That's his
Hmm.
favorite thing to say.
Yeah.
And they're giving us nothing to be proud about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I think we talked about it the very first episode is just we're not relevant and we're not doing anything to get relevant. It's we want to be talked about, relevant, ranked in the playoff conversation. I'm not saying make the playoff every year. We've said that 100 times, but you're not relevant in November. This year, you're not even going to be relevant in October. We didn't even make it to October before we're like all right, well, season's done. Because show me, and it's not like you don't have the whole season in front of it, because you do. Taylor Green's playing pretty good, other than some throws there, some decisions. Need to clean up some of those decisions, but the whole season's still in front of you. But show me where the wins are. The easy part of your schedule is done. You had 3 wins that you were basically paying. I don't know if we paid Memphis to go there, but well, no, you don't pay for a road game anyway.
It'd be a home and home.
Yeah, it'll be home and home. But yeah, you show me where the wins are coming from, because the defense that I'm seeing, Tennessee's gonna roll it. Well, Notre Dame's gonna probably roll you. They put up 42 on Purdue this past week. Put up 30 something against A&M.
And their defense isn't very good. That's just gonna be a score fest, especially the first half.
Yeah. So you got a chance to keep it close Saturday against Notre Dame, but then Tennessee's gonna just burn the brakes off of you unless you clean it up. I mean, it's the most Arkansas thing to lose to Memphis and then go beat Notre Dame and play competitive in Knoxville. I don't know, but it's
I don't think with this defense, no. For the first time ever, I don't feel like Arkansas. Usually that's what we would do.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how this defense gives us a chance to win.
Yeah, I
just don't.
The dude who has the best chance to play on Sundays and be a pretty high draft pick, Xavier Sorey, is just putting a shoulder on a guy and pushing him into the end zone. Like,
refuses to wrap up.
Dude, it drives me insane.
But once again, that is coaching.
Yeah,
that is coaching. That is, and if you're doing it in practice, if you're practicing it, which that's something you should be doing all fall camp, wrapping up, tackling, they're either A, not taking your coaching, not understanding what you're asking them to do, which when you're asking someone to wrap up, I don't know how that's difficult. Or B, they're intentionally not doing it because they don't respect you as a coach. They're intentionally not doing what you're teaching them and what you're asking.
Yeah.
And they gave us every chance to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't think they were going to win the game. You don't onside kick in the first half.
Right.
Unless you think you're going to get beat. Unless you're trying to create an extra possession because you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You don't throw reverse, flea flick, whatever, trick passes unless you're trying to create some kind of momentum. Like, they didn't expect to win the game. And they gave us 2 chances right there. Obviously, the Mike Washington fumble goes without saying. And then we have 3 timeouts, and they're going to give us the ball back. They're going to give us the ball back on the 50-yard line with a minute to play in the game.
Down 1.
You have to get 15 to 20 yards in 4 or 5 plays to get in field goal range, give yourself a chance to win the game. They gave us every single chance to win that game. And we were just like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's about as bad as it can get. I don't, now Brandon Marcello is reporting that Bobby Petrino has already been on the phones, working behind the scenes, trying to make sure he's the interim coach. And Brandon Marcello is a nationally known guy. Like, I don't think he's coming out saying that unless his trusted sources are telling him that. Colin Wilson at Action Sports said that his sources this week, which he's been spot on about 3 times, they said that his sources this week were saying that Sam had to jump the team on Tuesday and Wednesday at practice because they were just loafing around and not respecting Memphis, and Sam was losing it on the team. So, it just sounds like we got burner phones being activated already, trying to sneak into interim jobs, and it's just already a soap opera, man. And and let me be very clear, we're filming this on Sunday night. If something happens on Monday, we will come back and film an emergency podcast to clip onto the first of Tuesday's morning's episode. But I don't think anything's going to happen right now. I think he's going to coach Notre Dame just to see if he can, shock the world.
Mhm.
Uh, but I don't know. I don't know if Hunter Yurchek's on the hot seat. I don't know if Sam Pittman's on the hot seat. I don't know if T. Will's on the hot seat. I don't know. I don't have
Yeah.
any idea.
Yeah.
It's just all sit back and see now. But I can tell you this: it may happen during the bye week. That makes sense.
Mhm.
If we go out Notre Dame and it's the same crap, defense is loafing around, we give up 50 something points, we look uninterested, we're not playing hard, the boo birds start coming out. If we
Mhm.
weren't playing Notre Dame this week, I'm already convinced in game 5 that place would be empty Saturday.
Mhm.
If we were playing even a good team, if we were playing Auburn or we were
Mhm.
playing whoever, I feel like it'd be a terrible crowd. But
Yeah.
Notre Dame's going to bring out, I mean, just to go say you've seen Notre Dame play, I mean, that's
Right.
pretty. People are going to see Notre Dame, not to watch the Hogs.
Right. Yeah.
And so,
1,000%. It's yeah, it'll be I anticipate it'll be pretty full just because yeah, you never played Notre Dame. The defending national runner up is coming to your building. Very historic program. I think we'll have a pretty good crowd Saturday, but I think yeah, to your point, I think it's only for that reason. And yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen, you know, as we're filming this out before the game Saturday. I think he'll Hunter Yurchek, that was his coach that he hired. I think he's going to give him a chance to, because I mean, from everything I'm seeing, social media, some of the media personalities, uh, I think Hunter's seat may be hot too. And I've also heard he has also probably interviewed for about 2 other jobs as well. So I don't know when that happened. I'm not saying he was doing it this week,
yeah.
uh, but I mean he's feeling the heat too. So I think he's going to give him the chance to beat Notre Dame or be very competitive. We'll see the outcome of that. The bye week, depending on what happens, that would be a time to make a change. I mean, it's still early too, so you're going to have a gauntlet when you come back at Tennessee, A&M, Auburn, 4-0 Mississippi State, and then another bye week before you go to Texas, LSU, and then host Missouri at home, who you have beaten one time. So I think it would, if anything was to happen during the season, I think it's going to be in one of the 2 bye weeks. I do think if it continues to go the way it's going, I do think they give Bobby Petrino a shot to just show you what you got. Which, and
I
let
mean,
me
it
just
has to
make
be. It has to be Bobby as interim.
yeah, 1,000%. And let me say this as a side note. I need Bobby out of the box. Like I know he can see better, he can manage the game better up there, but I need him getting in some dudes' faces and laying into some dudes. I mean, obviously they're not painting the sidelines a ton, but I feel like they would be showing it if some dudes were getting chewed on the sideline. And I need some
Well,
dudes getting chewed on the
and
sideline.
anybody who's been on the west side of Razorback Stadium has seen Bobby as a head coach or an OC and has watched
Mm-hmm.
the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he rips
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
And I may be in the 12th row and I'm scared to death. And
Oh
I ain't
yeah.
even near Bobby. He scares me.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah,
there's two
I mean, I
names.
think
There's 2 names that have been at Arkansas: Bobby Petrino and Reggie Herring when they were here.
Reggie Herring, yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't sit in the first 20 rows and bring your children when Reggie Herring was here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I need there to be some fear coming back to the sideline when you mess up. And right now I'm not seeing the fear. And so I don't know if they can pull Bob, if Bob would agree to come out of the box, but yeah, I need to see some fear in the eyes when these dudes are messing up. And
Well,
Bob's
and
got to do it.
here's the deal. All right, there's 2 things. Can you we're going to know real quick the direction of this program because if Sam Pittman gets fired, that means Hunter Yurchek's staying. Because you can't fire the head football coach and then go fire the AD, or else what do we get? We get Chad
Mm-hmm.
Morse again. You know that's what
Correct.
happened when you don't have an
Correct.
athletic director.
Yeah.
So I think some pieces are going to have to move pretty quick. If Hunter gets fired, I think it's obvious that Sam will be fired also because a new AD is going to want to come in and bring his guy in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
And will be brought in
there's
to probably do that first day on the job. Like,
Oh,
hey,
for sure.
we're
But
bringing you in to make the change.
if you don't fire Hunter, say Sam gets the can, I have my short list, and we'll get to that whenever this happens. We're not going to go over short list when we still have a coach. But
Mhm.
who would want to come to Arkansas when the athletic director said a week ago that we can't compete for national championships?
Mhm.
Who would want to jump into work at a place like that when
Yeah.
that's the trust that they're getting from their direct superior?
Mhm.
So once again, you put your foot in your mouth, you say stupid stuff, you're going to get bad results.
Yeah.
And it's not that you can't think that we can't compete for national championships. And it's not even necessarily, like I said last week, that you don't go to the touchdown club and say, hey, we're a little bit behind in football compared to basketball and baseball, but
Mhm.
here's what we're doing to get there. And
Right.
we
And
are
that
close.
was where he messed up.
And so, yeah, I mean, I just don't know who in their right mind would want to come work for an athletic director or a school or a program who's saying that stuff publicly. Are you
Mhm.
going to get some of the best coaches? I don't think you are.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to open your pocketbook either way. But yeah, so
Right.
this could be an exciting week or two in terms of the direction of the athletic department at the University of Arkansas and the head football coaching position. Buckle up.
Yeah.
That's about all I got to say. Buckle up and let's see what happens. I just hate it because, and we'll get into our position rankings or our position grades here in a little bit. I just hate it, like, because Talon, I mean, he didn't have his best game Saturday,
Right.
but he was still pretty dang good. I
Yeah.
mean, in the scheme of things, if you look at the numbers,
Yeah.
he was still pretty dang good. I just feel like we're wasting one of the most dynamic quarterbacks that we've had come through here in a long, long, long time.
Mhm.
So we had a poll on our Facebook website. If you missed it, make sure you're liking and following our Facebook page. We are trying to get more notoriety on Instagram and Twitter. It's just been a little bit slower. Facebook's definitely been our biggest driver so far, social media wise. But we put a poll up, and I found it very interesting. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, and I think it's just shows where the program's at. The
Mhm.
question was, what are your thoughts on where the Arkansas Razorback football program is? There's three options. I like the current state of the program. I don't like it, but it could be worse, so I accept it. And not acceptable, time for a coaching change. We had 4% of the people say that, 2 votes say that they like the current state of the football program.
Okay.
I think neither one of those people that voted on that are Razorback fans. Um,
Okay.
I know for a fact one of them isn't, and is a buddy of mine that was just trolling.
Okay.
The other one, I don't. We'll see. Uh, at 41%, which is more than I thought,
Mhm.
says I don't like it, but it could be worse, so I accept it. 17 votes, and then at 55%, not acceptable. Time for a coaching change. 23 votes. That shocks me. I thought it'd be a lot more for the not acceptable. Time for a coaching change.
Yep.
I think it just goes to show where the program is, though.
Mhm.
I think it shows that people are just apathetic. They're numb to it. They don't want to go back to the Chad Morris days.
Mhm.
People, we're not going back to the Chad Morris days.
You
That
can't.
was a one off. That was a freak deal.
Yeah.
It's not happening. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen. So get that out of your system. Get that thought out of your brain. Never say never.
Yeah, I guess
but
that's true.
but I'm just telling you, we're not going back to the Chad Morris days.
Yeah.
That's my words of encouragement on that. Even if you look at Brett Bielema, that didn't go great. But he was 28-32 or something like that. A couple games under 500, and we
Yeah.
felt like that was not a great. That didn't work. But we were still almost 500. I think Sam Pittman's right at 500 to the game. I think 34-34 or something, 33-33.
I
You
think he
know,
total, I think he's one game under 500.
okay. So I mean, he's right there too, and then you go back to before that was Bobby, in Houston, and
Mhm.
so the Chad Moore, even in a down year, down era, you're looking at a few games under 500 for the most part. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on that poll? That kind of surprised me. It just makes me think that our fan base is just not that interested in football. They just, you know, I'm shocked by it. That's a definition of accepting mediocrity, which
Mhm,
is what we know some people in sports media in Arkansas think we should do.
mhm.
And it sounds like our athletic director also thinks we should accept mediocrity.
Yeah. I can already hear the narrative on some of the shows, come Monday morning
Oh,
that
I can't
it's
wait.
gonna be like, "We're 2 fumbles away from being 4-0, people.
Yeah.
Wake up. 2 plays and you're 4-0, and it's a totally different season." I'm like, "Well,
And you don't know
7."
nothing about football. If you think otherwise, you don't know nothing about
Exactly.
football.
Yes. Well, 26 times you've only come out on top 7 times. So there's a common denominator there. 19 times you failed. Yeah. A little surprised. I'm wondering how many people like saw not happy with the program and then just clicked it and didn't read the last one and didn't like go change their answer or whatever, unless you could go
I
back
would
and change
like
it.
to. I would like to think that, but
Because everyone that I've talked to, and I've had a lot of conversations since Saturday, have been, and everything I've seen on like social media and Twitter and everything is like they want Hunter gone and Sam gone. And I know we've had a couple comments, I think, about the podcast so far that say like you and I agree too much on a lot of our takes, but I think that's just where the majority of the program, like the fan base is. I think we are the majority. I mean, we've said the whole time the premise of this podcast is just two regular fans talking how they see it. And I think we see it about the same as where I would say the great majority of the fan base is. And but let me say this, because I'll give you a take that you're probably not going to hear a lot of this week. Is that I would like to actually just, and I think we alluded to it a little bit before the season started, but I'd like to thank Sam Pittman. We had the Chad Morris era, obviously literally the worst you could possibly do. You could hire a junior high girls basketball coach and he could go win 4 games in 2 years and get blown out by what I could go get blown out by Western Kentucky with our former quarterback. That's not hard to do. So, but he brought us out of literally the pit of despair. We're decent. I mean, we're not, again, we're like a 500 program. So not the worst you could possibly be, but I would say all that to say, we've seen the ceiling of Sam Pittman. Like Sam Pittman's ceiling is we went 8-4 in 21. If you go back and watch those games, that was heavily relied on Traylon Burks. If you go back and watch, Traylon Burks saved us from a ton of problems.
mm-hmm.
And then you go the next year without Traylon Burks. That was the 6-6 year, and then we go 4-8 the year after that. So, yeah, it's we've seen the ceiling, and it's just it's not going to get any better. So you are telling us to accept mediocrity to keep him going. We said I think 7-5 was the number this year for him to keep his job, and our hope was, because I mean, we all love the guy Sam Pittman, and you hear everybody say that you love the guy. You'd love to go out on the boat with him and have a cold beer with him on the boat on Lake Hamilton. But as far as the coach goes, you've seen as good as it's going to get. There's only one season that wasn't like the others, and that was the 8-4 year. Everything else has been 3-7, 4-8, 6-6, 6-6, and
It's
then
the same. It's the same story though. Why can he not beat teams that he's better than?
exactly.
Why can he not consistently, year in and year out? We, player for player, we outclass Memphis almost at every spot on the field. If there's 22 spots on the field, we're better than them at 18 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you get beat to a group of 5 team. Last year, you go to Oklahoma State. At the time, we thought that was going to be a big game. Oklahoma State went 2-10.
Mm-hmm.
2-10, and we lost to them. They beat us in South Dakota.
Yep.
The year before that, You lose to Liberty.
Not only Liberty.
You squeak by Missouri State. You
Mm-hmm.
squeak by Kent State. I mean, it's just the same. This is 3 years in a row we have lost to teams who we are better than.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is ever since, Houston Nutt never lost these games. Bobby
No.
Petrino even pulled that one out against Louisiana Monroe his first year and then never lost these games. But then ever since then, you've had Bielema lost to Toledo. He lost several other games that we shouldn't have. Chad Morris obviously lost to everyone.
Yeah.
But on Sam's resume, you've lost to Liberty. You lost 7-3 on your home turf to a bad Mississippi State team. You got the doors beaten off of you at home against a bad Auburn team, who the very next week got blown out against New Mexico State.
New Mexico State. Yep.
You blew a 21-0 lead to a just barely mediocre BYU team at home.
They were bad too. Yeah, they were bad that year.
Yeah. And then last year, 2-10 Oklahoma State team. And then this year you lose to Memphis, a group of 5 school who don't have a prayer to be on the field with you at the same time. So yeah, it's just history repeats itself in this tenure. It's penalties, it's turnovers, it's, woe is me. We don't have the funds that everybody else has. And I'm like, well, figure it out. Like,
yeah,
it's on you to figure it out. Like, you're the coach and the athletic director. Like, it's on y'all to do it. And
Sam said, it was either last week or the week before, he said, this is the best team I've had at Arkansas.
Yep.
In his press conference. Mm-hmm. The best team he's had at Arkansas. So once again, you say stupid stuff and then you go lose to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
That's not us saying that we think we're good at football. The head coach at the University of Arkansas says this is the best team we've had in 6 years. And you just went and lost at Memphis.
And it may be the best. Well, let me say this. It may be the best offense we've had in his tenure. It's sure as heck getting the best defense.
Lord,
but if you're going to say that, then it does fall on your coaching. Then, if this is the best team you've had, then it falls on your coaching, the way that we're performing. So, yeah,
I don't know. I'm thinking during the bye week, I'm thinking we need to have one guest on who is in favor of Sam Pittman and thinks the path that we're on is okay. Not to sit here and have a knockout drag out. We'll obviously have differences. Mm-hmm. And then maybe have a guest on who sees it like us, or maybe have one on at the same time. I mean, I don't know, but we want to hear all sides. I mean, I want to be convinced on why this is the best path for Arkansas moving forward. I want someone, and I've had a couple people try, and it's not went well for them. But I need someone who can sit here and tell me why this is the path that we need to keep going down, and that we can't be better than we are. I just want to hear that, and I think maybe our fans want to hear that. Our listeners of the pod want to hear that, and so that may be something we try to do during the bye week. But boy, oh boy, I didn't think it'd take 4 games.
Right.
I thought he would get through Notre Dame and the bye week before this talk started happening, comfortably into Tennessee A&M before this stuff started happening, and here we are 4 games in. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked, but beyond belief. So yeah, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
We'll get into our position grades here in a little bit. We just spent almost 40 minutes talking about this football game and what it means for the direction of the program. I want to go around the country in the SEC real quick. You know who we may be able to hire for a football coach? Dabo Swinney? ?
He may be available. Which you see both sides of it. They're obviously trending in the wrong direction, but you're basing it off of the success that he built. So, I was in agreement with what he said in the press conference last week about how, like, is national championship good? Is 12 9-win seasons good?
Yeah,
like
8 conference championships in 10 years.
Right. Clemson wasn't anything until he got there. I mean, I know they won a championship in the 80s, early 90s, something like that. Anyway, but yeah, in my lifetime, they hadn't been anything worth talking about until he got there. So you're judging him based on the success that he brought to your program. And
Yeah.
I know the college football landscape has changed a little bit since, he started building it, but that was my
I
argument
mean,
with Houston Nutt here. It was like you're judging him at the end of his, at the end of the 10 years, you're judging him on the success that he's had, two SEC championship games. You're judging him on the success that he's had.
yeah.
It's a
Well,
tough
and
place.
it's obviously that was a massive L on my part, picking Clemson to win the Natty. They went to the playoff last year and they have almost their whole team back.
Yeah.
And but that's
Yeah,
the deal. Is like
something.
they went to the playoff last year, and then this year, I don't know what they're going to go 7-5. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they're worse than that. But yeah, it is wild that they're whining at Clemson. They're complaining about going to the playoff last year, and then maybe not. Maybe going to just a 6-6 bowl game one time in the last 10, 11 years.
See you in Memphis. Actually, we won't.
Yeah,
Somebody will. Mississippi
yeah,
State will.
yeah. Miami took care of Florida, but Florida played them tough. I mean, it was a good
They
game to
did.
the fourth quarter. I think it was 13-7 going into the fourth quarter. I think Miami's pretty dang good. I think their
Yeah.
defense is good. I think offensively they're still got a ways to go, but I think Miami's the real deal. Oklahoma and Auburn, boy, Auburn got some of that Arkansas treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
They did.
Maybe you can go in a little more detail on that, but they had a guy fake like he was going to run off the field and he didn't, and they threw it to
Satania.
him, Satania, and then he caught the touchdown pass, and the SEC immediately came out and released a statement saying that shouldn't have happened. Boy, that's some Arkansas stuff if it could ever happen to
No,
to us. I mean,
for sure.
but yeah, that was a great game, great atmosphere. I was watching that game, and man, I sat there and I told my wife, I said, "Look at all these fans living on every play." And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Wouldn't that be nice to like
No.
care about
Yes.
every play like it's for a championship?" I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was just so apathetic to me. It just made me feel so depleted that
Mm-hmm.
they're just living on every play like it means something. And this whole game, even this past Saturday, this whole game, I was like laughing. Like my son got mad at me for laughing every time we gave up a 70-yard run untouched. She's like, "Dad, why are you laughing?" I'm like, "Son, because I'm numb to it."
Yeah.
But yeah, Oklahoma, big
Correct.
win for them, 4-0. Brett Venables finally getting that
Mm-hmm.
thing rolling. Ole Miss, they took care of an American Conference team like you're supposed to in Tulane. They beat
Can
Tulane
be done.
45-10.
Can be done.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm telling you right now, Tulane is better than Memphis. I think they'll play obviously later in the year,
Yeah. 100%.
but Tulane's better than Memphis, and Ole Miss did what you're supposed to do to an American team. You beat them
Mm-hmm.
45-10.
Yep.
Vandy scored 70. I mean, they played Georgia State, but still, Vandy's
Georgia State's
rolling.
who beat them last year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Payback.
they came back, put it on them, did what you were
Yep.
supposed to do.
4-0, Vandy, 4-0, ranked number 20 in the country. Vandy has
I'd like
passed
to.
us. Ladies and gentlemen of the Never Yield Pod, Vanderbilt has passed us as a football program.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they were better than us in 18 and 19 too. Yeah, they've they're rolling. They're rolling right now, and they feel good about it. And they got a little swagger to them. And we could have it. We could have it. We just find ways
We
to not
could.
have it.
We have had it.
Have it.
Yep. Missouri beat South Carolina in the battle of the two biggest goofball coaches in the country, 29-20. Yeah, Missouri, they look good again. I
Find
mean,
ways to win. They find ways to
yeah,
win.
yeah. I saw
There's
I saw Eli was like 10-1 in one possession games or something,
That's correct.
and yeah, and I just couldn't help but laugh. I mean, it's like we're asking for too much. Anyways, so that's kind of going around the country, the SEC. There was probably some other games I don't have them pulled up, but it went a great weekend on the slate.
Yeah,
Next weekend, oh brother, uh,
crazy slate.
I mean obviously we got the Ryder Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into the Ryder Cup Friday. Me and Andrew, we both big golf guys.
Yes.
But obviously Notre Dame coming to Arkansas, that's a big game. USC going to Illinois, maybe not be as big now as it was, but LSU and Ole Miss, fun game. Auburn, Texas A&M, fun game. Oregon and Penn State,
Yep.
oh, it's going to be a
White
great
out.
game. Alabama and Georgia, yeah, I mean, anybody who's having a wedding this Saturday, boy, you are friends with the wrong people if they chose to
Yes.
get
I
married
would not.
on
I would not be in attendance. Absolutely not.
this fall Saturday. So, so moving on, we've got hot seats and shout outs. I'll go first on my hot seat. I'm going a little off the beaten path for my hot seat this week. My only hot seat this week is I got a hair bit of OCD in me, just a little bit, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
But people who mow their yard and then either A, don't weed eat at all, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
B, don't edge.
Mm-hmm.
And C, don't break grass clippings off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it's time to mow the yard, people, we're doing the yard.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just cutting grass. We're taking care of the yard.
Yep.
It takes 2 minutes to turn your weed eater upside down and give me a nice tight edge on that sidewalk or that curb
Mm-hmm.
to make the whole neighborhood look better. You're the
Mm-hmm.
real estate guy.
Yep.
If you're taking someone to show a house and it's this beautiful house, everything's perfect, and both neighbors on each side have their grass cut or whatnot, but the grass and weeds are crawling and growing onto the sidewalk, it can't be great for the value of the house in the middle, I wouldn't think.
Right.
But just for the eye test at least. But people, just spend the extra 5 minutes to give me a nice, clean, tight edge on your driveway and your sidewalk. Get your blower out, your little battery powered tree hugging blower, if that's what you got, and blow the dang clippings off the sidewalk, the driveway, and the street.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this together. We want our neighborhood to look good together.
Yeah.
So on the hot seat is lazy people.
Okay. I can get you in a new neighborhood if you're not happy where you're at. We can get it. We can get you hooked up. No, it's crazy.
Please tell me you edge and weed eat and blow.
I do. At least the front yard. So I'm on an acre, so there are days where I don't feel like doing the whole thing.
That's fine.
So
I don't care what your backyard looks like. I can't see it.
The backyard's behind the fence, so I do that about every other time or every 2-3 times.
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
But no, yeah, you'd be surprised at things that you see. I had a listing. It was either last year. I think it was last year, year before. Somebody had one of those like gas station, like vacuum things just out in the driveway, and it was not a new one. Like I was like, I think y'all just took this from a closed, like a shut down gas station from like the 80s. I'm talking. It was like the old looking pipe vacuum thing, and they had it in the driveway next door to the house I was trying to sell. We got it
awesome.
sold. We got it sold.
That's awesome. Well, and listen, I'm just gonna call it, if this dude watches a podcast, I'll come over and shake your hand. But we got a new neighbor across the street on the corner. Got a corner lot. Corner lot's really important because it's on the main road too, and so like you got to keep that corner lot looking fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Not only does he not do no yard work, he's got the little robot mower. I've never seen one in person, but like it runs for 24 hours at a time, and this thing don't cut nothing. It don't cut nothing. It can run the whole time, and it ain't cutting nothing. I mean, it cuts that much, and it looks awful. And it has some kind of sensor on it. It doesn't get within a foot of the sidewalk because I guess it sees the road. It's kind of like your Roomba vacuum, like it sees the road or something, I guess, and it just goes the other way. And so the foot next to the road and the sidewalk is always like 8 inches taller than the grass. It's not even cut right anyway because it's an electronic robot mower. Oh, it's ridiculous. It makes me so mad. So mad.
I hear you.
We're probably at 60% success rate in our neighborhood. We got nice houses. You know, we got this ain't no. I ain't living in the boondocks out here in the
Right.
ghetto. Like
Right.
I'm living in a nice Fayetteville neighborhood.
Yeah.
3-car garage neighborhoods, 2,500 square foot house neighborhood, and we're at probably 60% success rate of people who mow, weed eat, edge, blow.
Hmm.
So we got a long ways to go.
Yeah. Hey, let's fire up the POA. Go get them.
Hey, POA is $8 a month. That may be the problem.
Well, yeah, we need to bump that up. We need to bump that up a little bit. We need to bump that up. At least give me $200 annually, and you'll weed some of those people out.
Attaboy. Nice.
How about that?
Nice.
All right, my hot seat. I'm putting Mother Nature on the hot seat. And I could put it as a shout out too, because I was very happy that with all the rain that we got this week, my yard desperately needed it. But with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, me and my buddy look out our back window. We literally watch a lightning bolt strike a transformer like right behind our house over here. And power goes out. Power only went out for like 30 seconds. Internet did not come back on until Sunday morning. So I did not get to watch the Oklahoma Auburn game. I didn't get to watch any of the night games. I had to watch the last 8 minutes of the Arkansas game on my phone. So like there was like 6 of us sitting around one phone on the kitchen island. And that's how I got to watch us fumble, was on my phone. So Mother Nature got the hot seats this week, and it canceled the LPGA Walmart Classic this weekend, which I was planning on going to today on Sunday, but didn't get to go to that either because we got a lot of rainfall. But my yard appreciates it.
That's a brutal week.
Yeah.
Brutal. Well, and Mother Nature also didn't do me any favors. So I had a catering event, a barbecue catering job, and for the first time in my 38 years as a human, my garage door won't open. It's got a spring broken. You can see it. The spring's broken. They're coming to fix it Monday. But I've got to load up this huge igloo cooler and a whole nother cooler into this vehicle to take it to meet this guy. And it was in the downpour of all downpours. Can't back the vehicle up in the garage and load it up because the garage door doesn't work. And it was just, I was outside for 30 seconds trying to get this loaded up, and I was just done, drenched. And so, yeah, Mother Nature didn't do me any favors either. I will say, though, the brisket was on point that your boy made. I'll need to post a picture on social media. But yeah, the brisket was, watch out, rights. Watch out, rights.
I'll take any and all leftovers that you got.
Oh, there's plenty, because I always cook some for me too. But yeah, Mother Nature is also on the hot seat for me. I got 2 shout outs. My first shout out is just a good old feel good story, man. Clayton Kershaw is retiring, and Clayton Kershaw is one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball history. He's a good old Texas boy. I know he struggled in the playoffs. He doesn't have the best playoff record as a pitcher, but watching him in his last home start at Dodger Stadium and standing ovation he got and going and digging the rubber out of the mound after the game, man, he's one of the greats. He's one of the greats I'll ever see in my lifetime. But top 4 or 5 pitchers probably that I'll ever get to witness in my lifetime. He's just as nasty as they come, and when he was in his prime. And so kudos to you, Clayton Kershaw, for just being a dude, doing it the right way, working hard. He went through a lot of injuries at the end of his career, and there was always just a little part of me that was hoping he'd come back home to Texas to finish his career as a Ranger. Never did, but my first shout out is Clayton Kershaw. I hope, I don't want the Dodgers to win a World Series, but for Clayton Kershaw, I hope he goes out on a good last start, whatever that looks like for him in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the Cardinals have a pretty good record against Clayton Kershaw, at least in the playoffs. But
yeah, the Cardinals got him in the playoffs a couple times.
Yeah, but he's a good dude. He's hard to root against. Obviously, he had great stuff Like you said, did everything the right way. Was just a class act always, and never in trouble or anything. And so, great family man, great athlete, great competitor. So yeah, absolutely great career. I don't know if I'm willing to put him in my top 5 pitchers of my lifetime, but
Man,
there's some good ones in there.
that could
But
be that could be an off-season topic.
yeah, we can
We
do
can
that. We
dig
can do
into
that.
some stuff.
He's in the top. I'll put him top 10 for sure.
Whew, jeez.
Uh,
Eesh.
my first shout out is today.
Yeah, Adam Wainwright or something ahead of him. Get out of here.
Dude, Wainwright was the dude. Okay, nah, I wouldn't put Wainwright above, but I love Adam Wainwright. No, so mine is we're filming this on Sunday, but my Eagles, they showed how to do a comeback win today, and in dramatic fashion. Come back, score the touchdown inside of 2 minutes to go up 1. Rams come down, get within field goal range, and then Jordan Davis blocks his second kick of the day, 6'6", 330, picks it up and runs 60 yards for a touchdown to end the game as the horn goes off. Eagles win. Eagles win in dramatic fashion. We're 3-0. Fly, Eagles, fly. I needed something to pick me up.
There was like 4 blocked field goals in the NFL today in the fourth quarter.
Jordan Davis had
it's crazy.
2 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think Jalen Carter got a hand on one of them too, but no.
When he's not spitting in people's face.
Hey, Dak spit first. The league needs to look into that.
Yeah. So my second shout out, I'm going to be judged harshly on this. I already know. But I will wear it, and I'll proudly wear it.
I'll get my gavel ready.
It is that time of year. All the good things of fall that come with fall, right? Football, nice crisp fall air, teeing off on a Thursday morning, and just having to wear a light pullover. Fall's just beautiful.
All right.
You know what else comes with fall? You know what else comes with fall? Pumpkin spice coffees.
Oh, God.
Dude, I love me some pumpkin flavoring in my coffee. And I could not be more excited that 7 Brew and Starbucks are both bringing out the bangers with their pumpkin flavored coffees. Big 7 Brew guy, but the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, it's hard to beat. 7 Brew, you can go with the pumpkin roll in any of your coffees, just a regular pumpkin flavor. Dude, I am a sucker for some pumpkin flavored coffees. Not ashamed.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Basic White Girl podcast. We're back with Kelby Drennan, big pumpkin spice guy. All right.
Have you tried it?
All right. So look.
Oh, see, you're judging it and you haven't even tried it.
No, I have tried it.
Are you even a coffee drinker?
I am. And I'll tell you this. I either like it straight black or as sweet and sugary as you could possibly make it. There's no in between. So I either want all the sugars and vanillas and caramels and everything you put in there, or I want it just straight black.
Same.
Well, there's something about the pumpkin. I'm not.
Are you a pumpkin pie guy? Pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving?
No.
So you're not a pumpkin guy in general. So you cannot come at me.
Well, I'll tell you this. I make one of the best, and we're about to lose every follower we have, but I make one of the best pumpkin bread loaves that you will have.
Hey.
And
football podcast, pumpkin cooking podcast. That's us at Never Yield. We reach people.
That's right. We're covering a lot of bases here, but all right, I'll give you pumpkin spice coffee if you'll give me being able to continue to make my pumpkin bread is my Christmas gift. I pass those out like Halloween candy at Christmas time. So
hey, I can't wait to get mine this year.
All right, you give me a brisket, I'll give you some pumpkin bread.
A deal. brisket costs $90 at Sam's. I don't know what a pumpkin loaf costs, but we'll figure it out.
I'll
We'll
get you
figure
a
it out.
pumpkin. I'll get you a pumpkin loaf every week for however many weeks it takes
With a pumpkin spice latte as you drive by the Starbucks by my house.
2 drinks at Starbucks is going to cost what a brisket costs.
True that.
Anyway, I'm 70 now, so.
Yeah, right. You got one more shout out?
Yep. So, and I I've not gotten the sign off to share this on the podcast, but you know what? It's a free country. I'm going to do it anyway. So, my wife and I are expecting our 3rd child. We have not made that public yet, but here you go. Here you go, world.
Now.
It's out there now. And Saturday, so after the game, we did the gender reveal. And for the first 2, I just hit an exploding golf ball to find out. So I was like, why not? We'll do it again. Pouring down rain Saturday. So everybody's under the porch or in the house just watching me, and I go out there and hit. And it's blue. So another boy.
Sir. Not a boy.
Another boy. So shout out that I will be a father of 3 with 2 boys under 2. So
shout out to you for making this all happen.
Yeah, you
gotta do your part.
That's right. So I've heard 2 under 2 is pretty hard, and then I've also heard that once you go from zone or from man to man to zone coverage, it gets pretty hard too. So we will see. So 2 boys under 2, and then a 5-year-old daughter that is already
shout out to the Drakes, because in the Drennan household we did a gender reveal for our first one.
Mm-hmm.
And our second 2 were like, nah, we'll just call it out on Facebook.
Look,
we love y'all, but we're we ain't doing the gender reveal again.
Yeah. Well, so my wife is very good about, like, we have to do the same thing for all the kids. So, like, we have to do now I will say she dropped the ball, I think, a little bit with the every month pictures with Jackson, our second. Whereas with our daughter, she was very good about 1 month pictures, 2 month pictures, all the way through like a year and a half. I think we made it about 8 or 9 months with the second, but no, she's very adamant about keeping me on track. We have to, if we did it for this one, we got to do it with all of them. So anyway, we're 3 for 3 on gender reveals. We'll see how everything else goes.
We were just like, when they get old enough, when they get to like 15, and they finally get to the point where, like, well, you don't even love me. You didn't do a gender reveal for me, but you did Parker. We're just going to laugh. We're just going to laugh at it. Like, we thought it'd be just funny. Like, like, instead of trying to make them feel as important, obviously they're as important, but we're just like, that would be a funny moment whenever that's what they throw in our face. So,
keep
all right. Check. Moving on. We've already went really long, so we're going to try to zoom through these position grades. So we will pull those up and knock out our position grades. All right. Boy, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to try to move through this pretty fast since we've already gone long.
Sure.
Position grades, quarterback. So I went with a C+. If you look at Taylon's numbers, he kind of did Taylon things. 325 yards through the air. He had two interceptions. He wasn't as deadly on the ground. 12 carries for 53 yards, which concerns me in itself that he wasn't quite being as aggressive running the football.
Mm-hmm.
But, Taylon has not fumbled the ball the last 2 games. He's not the one who's fumbled the ball. Right. But I didn't think he was his sharpest. The one pick he threw in the fourth quarter when he tried, once again, zoning in on Omega. We talked about that.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown was running uncovered.
Yep.
Just to the right of Omega.
Yep.
He just, you can't predetermine before the ball snapped in that situation.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, I love Taylor. I'm glad he's our quarterback. We grade him probably a little tougher than we do every other position because
Right.
it's all relative to what our expectations are.
Yeah.
But when you are being touted as a top 2 or 3 quarterback in the SEC, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, you just have to, he took that bad sack, took us out of
Mhm.
field goal range in the fourth quarter, and I mean
Yep.
that was tough. That dude came untouched through the middle, but you just got to find a way not to take that sack. But
Yeah.
he also has some great throws, dude. Some of
Yeah.
those throws he had moving on the run. He hit that Rohan Jones when he was rolling out to his right. He
Yep.
hit Omega on that one deep ball in the corner. Omega should have caught. Um,
Mhm. Yes.
so yeah, I thought Taylor. I gave him a C plus. I just 3 points in the second half. I mean,
Right.
we could blame it on who, obviously all levels of the offense, but 3 points in the second half is going to be hard to give me the quarterback that great of a grade when you had 2 interceptions and 3 points in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah. I went B minus for Talon. I had C plus written down, and then I was like, oh, Kelby's gonna give me crap for giving a C plus. So I'm glad to see that you did it since I've been so hard. So I've been so hard on him up until this point. But no, I went B minus. Yeah, it just wasn't his sharpest game. You basically covered everything that happened there. So yeah, I went B minus, and that was generous in my opinion. And I changed it just because I was I let the haters get to me,
The
thinking that I
haters,
was
yeah,
that I was gonna be hating too much. So I went B
I
minus
got you.
this week. I was
One of our
nice to him.
biggest, one of our biggest one of our biggest discrepancies is in the running back position. I'll let you go first, and then I'll come back at you.
Sure. I went B plus, and that's for the runners themselves, and not for the coaching staff that didn't play Braylon Russell in the second half after he looked like a freaking truck on steroids in the first half, and you
Makes no
don't
sense.
use him in the second half. I don't understand. Obviously, I've been pumping Braylon Russell all year, but man, he looked great. He's always carrying bodies. Like the first guy is not taking him down. I don't know if I've seen a first guy tackle him yet this year. And yeah, just don't. And I thought Mike Washington did a good job up. I mean, obviously he had the fumble there, but I thought he looked good in the opportunities he had. Again, I just feel like we're not utilize a team like Memphis. I thought we would really try to just run it down their throat all day. And again, it's like I don't know. Sometimes I love Bobby Petrino's offense. We move the ball. I just feel like sometimes he tries to get too technical with it instead of just like, hey, this is a team we can run it down their throat. Let's just run it down their throat, get a win, and get out of here. Like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're really trying to pump Taylor's stats or something, like they're actually trying to get him to an award ceremony at the end of the year instead of just like, let's win this game.
Yeah, I don't understand how Braylon Russell only gets 4 carries, especially the way he looked.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he just gashed them single handedly, and they didn't touch the ball the rest of the game. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like the last drive we ran the ball with authority. We were running the ball down their throat all the way till the fumble. But outside of Braylon Russell's drive and then that last drive, we couldn't run the ball at all. We didn't try to run it very much. And when we did, we
Mm-hmm.
were getting blown up in the backfield, offensive line, whatever. But we were not running the ball at all until that last drive outside that Braylon Russell series.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be honest, I thought the running backs did fine. Thought Braylon Russell looked great. Thought Mike Washington looked great on the last drive. I can't give you a B whenever your play is the reason that we lost the game. Not the sole reason, but is
Yeah.
the you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I went with a C plus just for the sole reason that Mike Washington's fumble arguably cost us the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't give you a B whenever that's the way that went down for us.
Mhm.
Um, Wide receivers, I gave a B plus. Once again, I think they're just doing what they can do. They're catching everything that's thrown to them. Omega had that one drop that was a beautiful pass by Taylor.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like he caught it and he took a step or two and the guy came in and kind of slapped it from behind. But
Mhm.
like, you gotta catch that.
Yeah.
Rohan Jones, tight end, obviously, but he's a dude. I
Mhm.
love getting him involved. Um, I guess they're just solid, man. They get open, they catch the ball. My only complaint would be let me see you be a little more explosive after you catch it. Go make some
Mhm.
plays, make some guys miss. You know, it's a lot of just catching and going 5 or 6 yards and getting tackled on first contact. So
Mhm.
if I'm being picky, which I'm being picky, I gave him a B plus. If I'm being
Mhm.
picky, let's try to be a little more dynamic after the ball's in our hands.
Yeah. Yeah. I went A minus. I really like what I'm seeing so far out of the receivers and the tight ends this year. I feel like this year the receivers more so than last year are really going and getting the ball instead of kind of letting the ball come to them. I feel like they're doing a good job of really attacking the ball in the air and trying to haul it in. And so I I like what I've seen out of receivers. So I went A minus. We had a drop or two, but overall,
Yeah,
I don't think this game fell on their shoulders. So.
yeah. Offensive line, I went C plus. Just so it comes back to again, they're pretty good at keeping Taylor clean, but they can't get a push in the run game for whatever reason.
Hmm.
Consistently.
Yeah.
They show glimpses of it. That last drive, it was just handoff to Mike Washington, and y'all can't do anything about it.
Hmm.
Why can we not do that the whole game? Why can we not get that push against a group of five team who you are severely more physical and bigger than for the whole game?
Hmm.
I don't know. Um, until they prove to me that they can run the ball and create some holes for these running backs. I'm really to the point where I can't give you higher than a C plus or a B minus until you prove that we can consistently run the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I went B. I thought we kept tailing pretty clean for the most part. Um, running running the ball like you said when we needed to. I felt like we could. It's just I wish we could get that mentality of like where every play we're coming at you, like every play matters and means something, and so play every down like your season's on the line, which now it is, and so yeah, I would like to see it. I gave him a B. I'm probably a little generous there, but uh, you know I wasn't. Again, I don't feel like we lost this game because of the offensive line. So,
Yeah.
and then offense, I went. We both had C plus overall. So good, not great. Obviously, the second half, you can't put up 3 points against a group of five school. It's
I mean,
unacceptable.
yeah, it's just the offense is kind of hard to grade because once again they had over 500 yards of total offense
Hmm.
and really just moved the ball at will for the most part. But man, just three turnovers, and for the second game in a row, had the ball with the chance to win the game and came up empty. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's kind of hard to grade because they're putting up insane numbers, but they're just not, 3 points in the second half. They're just not, for whatever reason, they're not finishing the game off like they should.
Hmm.
Defensive line, I'm just sick of watching them all, honestly. I'm just
Yeah.
sick and tired of watching the defense.
Hmm.
Outside of Quincy Rhodes on the D line, I don't really care for any of them. I think Philip Lee is a fine player, but I mean, outside of Quincy Rhodes, dude, he plays so hard. He's in the backfield. He
Hmm.
looks like he belongs. But dude, is there anything to him maybe being an Arkansas guy that's why we feel like he plays so much harder than everybody else? A lot of people say, if you recruit Arkansas kids, they just play harder for the hog on the helmet. I don't know, but that last play where the backup quarterback just drug our largest human being on our squad 6-7
Mhm.
yards, and then nobody came to help him.
Yep.
Uh, you know, just getting gashed in the run game. I mean, good lord. I mean, Memphis, they had 294 rushing yards on us.
Mhm.
294 rushing yards on us. And once again, it's at all three levels of the defense, but it starts with the D line.
Yeah.
And whenever a group of five team just runs a ball at will on you, I mean, it's just pathetic, embarrassing. Probably should have been an F, but I guess I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. Uh, when I was super generous because I only went C minus, but the only reason I did is because I thought we were getting to the quarterback this game better than we have any of the other three previous games. I felt like, and so running. So my grade does not reflect the running defense, but I do feel like we were able to get pressure on the quarterback better than we have all year, and we still lost. But yeah, I do like Quincy Rhodes, and I thought Philip Lee made a couple big plays. There was a play that he was literally in pass coverage against a tight
In pass
end,
coverage. Yeah.
and then the very next play came in and either got a sack or got a quarterback hurry. I can't remember if he got a sack on that play, but definitely had a quarterback hurry, if not the sack. So yeah, I thought there was plays that were made, but yeah, again, it's just nothing is consistent anywhere. And so, yeah, I was a little generous, but I think it's more because I was excited to see us get a little more pressure on the quarterback, which is what I've just been dying for our defensive line to be able to do, and we haven't yet. So I went C minus. Linebackers, I went D. Just poor tackling, poor position, like just out of position. Weren't wrapping up, weren't tackling. Just frustrating day out of the linebackers, who was supposed to be our best defensive unit. So I'm just frustrated with the linebacker room.
Yeah, it's who we all preseason, we all thought that was the one level that was going to be really good. Story's got to be hurt. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I don't know. He's slow. He's not tackling good. He's not flying around. I mean, he's got to be hurt because he's half of what he was last year,
Mm-hmm.
and Steven Diggs is not doing a great job. I just feel like we're getting exposed in the run game and the pass game with the
Mm-hmm.
linebacker crew. I did like Bradley Shaw. Bradley Shaw came in and gave us a spark. Play that kid
Yeah.
more. He plays hard. He plays
Yeah.
hard. He plays with passion. It's to the point. I don't care how much freaking money you're making in NIL. I don't care what you did last year. It's time to put some people's asses on the bench
Mm-hmm.
and play kids who are going to play with some pride. And I feel like
Yeah.
Bradley Shaw played with a bunch of pride and played hard.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, yeah, it's time to make some changes. And so I don't care if you're preseason all SEC, first team, second team. I don't care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you keep missing assignments, you keep loafing, you need to go sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Defensive backs, for the most part, I put same old story. Dude, they can't get off a block.
Yeah.
Every time that Memphis ran the ball, got outside, or got to the edge, our guys were just like, we're making love to the receivers. They couldn't shed a block for nothing.
Yeah.
You watched that last play where Sutton went 75 yards around the left side. We had guys there, but we
Mm-hmm.
were just loving on some receivers instead of trying to shed and go make a play. I've never seen
Mm-hmm.
anything like it. Never seen
Yeah.
anything like it. And they also would have got an F if it wasn't for Julian Neal making one of the best interceptions I've seen in several years.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great play by Julian Neal. Miguel
Yeah.
Mitchell had the pick on the trick play, but I'm not even. I could have made that pick. Like, that was just a duck waiting, fell right in
Mm-hmm.
his hands. So, but we talked about how bad their quarterback was. I mean, dude, he just kept missing open players. Brandon Lewis is not good at football. He's not a good quarterback, and he just kept missing wide open receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it should have been worse than what it was.
Yeah.
But mainly, I'm as mad as I'm about their pass defense. I think they're more embarrassing in run defense. I think they're a bunch of soft
Mm-hmm.
football players with just they did. I'm just tired of watching it.
Yeah. I don't know what happened between. I mean, obviously the competition improved. But man, the Arkansas State game, I saw guys wrapping up. I saw guys driving bodies to the ground. I saw them using their legs and driving them downward, defensive backs included. And I just Ole Miss and Memphis is like we forgot how to do that. And I get you're playing faster, bigger bodied people, but yeah, I don't know if we're just riddled with little injuries that they're just not wanting to put their
Yeah.
bodies on the line. But I'm like, man,
I told everybody that listens to this pod, I'm sick and tired of hearing about how long and athletic we are in the secondary. That's all they talked about all fall camp. Oh,
yep,
we're so long, we're so athletic. We got length, we long arms, wingspans, 6'2". And I specifically said, I don't care how tall you are. Can you cover a receiver?
mm-hmm, yeah,
That point proven. This is a
yes,
basketball guy here. It doesn't take common sense to know that I don't care how big you are. Can you blanket a receiver? Can
mm-hmm,
you fly downhill in the run game and
yep,
your run fits? I mean, I don't. Oof. I knew when they were spewing that BS to us all fall that there was a problem in the
mm-hmm,
secondary
yeah,
because that's just such stupid logic to try to build up. It's not like we're talking about us 3 and a 4 in basketball here. Yeah, you
yeah,
want a 6'8", 6'9" Trevin Brazile, long, lanky swing guy. You don't want a 6'2" guy playing your three
right,
in small forward in basketball. Dude, this is a secondary. These are defensive backs. I don't care
yeah,
how big you are. Cover
yeah,
somebody.
yeah,
Defense, I just went with an F. We gave up 493 yards to a group of 5 team. They gashed us in the run game, had 2 100-yard rushers. It's just pathetic, embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know if T will make it through the bye week. Somebody will be fired during the bye week. T will
mm-hmm,
send Pittman $100 check. There will be at least one, and I hate it for T will because I think he's a good dude. I think he's super high energy. I don't like seeing people that mean well and do right lose their job, but this is the most pathetic excuse of an Arkansas defense I remember seeing.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah. I went D plus, but it was really saved by the turnovers, and that was about it. But yeah, it's I don't know where you go because you didn't improve this week after saying you're going to simplify it and make it easier for everybody. So yeah, I don't know where you go from here. It's only way better teams down the line. So
Yeah,
I don't know what the plan is, but yeah, I think you're right. I think the bye week there will be some form of change made, whatever that looks like.
yeah. Special teams is tough for me because, man, we have some idiotic plays and penalties on special teams.
Hmm.
But Devin Bell is the best player on our team, and so I'm not going to punish him this time because he had every punt he could get inside the 20 or 10. He did. He knocked the one down at the one that we had a stupid penalty on. I mean, how do you not
Hmm.
get lined up on a punt? How do you not get lined up on a punt? That's coaching. That is discipline. That's
Hmm.
all that is. That's
Yep.
focus or lack thereof. And
Yep.
so I'm not going to punish Devin Bell anymore for the idiocracy of whatever else is happening with everybody else. Um, yeah, I think Devin Bell's awesome. Starzik made his kick. I keep wanting to see Kim Shanks break. I mean, all I heard about, he led the country in punt return yardage at UAB last year. Well, he's
Hmm.
getting killed as soon as he catches a ball.
Hmm.
So we got to block better, on punt. And we did recover the onside kick. They didn't catch us off guard, so that
Hmm.
was a good thing. I
Yep.
went A minus, even though we had some stupid penalties. I gave us an A minus just because I'm a fan of Devin Bell.
Yep. Yeah, I went B plus just because of the penalties, and I know it's been an issue for the entire tenure here too. So just clean up the penalties. I like everything else about us. I think Kicker's going to get back on track. He made his one and only one this week, so I think he'll be fine. Obviously, Devin Bell's great, so we'll be fine there. Just clean up the penalties and yeah, let's not get blown up as soon as we catch the ball every time, Kim Shanks. Let's get some protection for him.
Yeah. So, anyways, grades are ugly. I'm afraid they're just going to keep being ugly as on that side of the ball, at least. I know it's is what it is, but call it how we see it here at the Never Yield Pod. So I open the show with I don't know how to be positive with it anymore. I don't know how to try to bring encouragement to the situation. Um, I'm just kind of done with it. I'm numb. I'm not calling for Sam Pittman's job today, but some kind of changes have to be made. Or we're staring at 4-8. You know, three
Mm-hmm.
and nine potentially.
Yeah.
So it's not getting any easier. Want to thank everybody for continuing to support the pod. We keep getting bigger and bigger. Following keeps growing and growing. We're gonna try to keep posting maybe a poll every week, and if y'all want to participate in our polls, leave comments, tell us where we're wrong. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're over 50 subscribers now on YouTube, so
Okay.
keep keep tell a friend so we can get to that 100 mark. Boy, a live post game would have been fun this past Saturday.
It would
So
have.
if you want to see us straight off the game without any time to cool down, let's get to that 100 subscriber mark on YouTube. Tell a friend to go subscribe. We had our first YouTube short hit 1,000 views.
All right.
So that's awesome. We've had our couple of Facebook reels hit 1,000 views. So we're slowly getting there. That's all because of you guys as our
Yep.
listeners, and we're very very appreciative. We will be back Friday with a little Notre Dame preview. We will preview the Ryder Cup, USA, baby. Anytime we get a chance to represent the USA and chant that beautiful chant on this podcast, we're gonna get to do it. So we'll talk
Yes,
some
sir.
Ryder Cup. We'll talk some Notre Dame and whatever else happens between now and then. Give us a like, a follow, subscribe, and take us home, Andrew.
All right. Stay classy, never yield, and let's try to go Hogs this week. It'll be
Woo
interesting on
pig.
the airwaves for sure.
Woo pig.